What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you tuning in. We are back in my 2006 Nissan 350Z Rev Up, and we have my yellow book today, so you already know what that means. We're actually going to be talking about the brand new 400Z, or the Z Proto, whatever you guys want to call it. So the other day I actually saw that some specs were released online. I don't know if these specs are true or not, but I did think it was kind of interesting, and I wanted to share with you guys what I thought about it. And I want you guys to drop your comments down below if you think it's going to be real or legit or not. So these are basically, like, I don't know if you call them leaks or anything, but in the brand new game Project Cars 3, it's basically like a racing simulator. I believe it's an Xbox game, but you can get it for PC through the Microsoft Store and stuff. The brand new 400Z was actually just put into the game like literally 3 or 4 days ago. So it's a $9.99 bonus pack basically, and it gets you the 400Z, the 370Z, and a few other cars as well. But the really interesting thing about this game is they do a really good job about trying to provide the most realistic horsepower numbers and weight and stuff like that for the different cars that they have in the game to be raced. So released in the game, the 400Z actually has 443 horsepower. This is actually a lot more horsepower than I think most people thought this car was going to get. And if this is actually production numbers and this is the actual number that comes in the car, it's going to be pretty game changing. I mean, for instance, look at the 2021 Toyota Supra. That car has about 385 horsepower. I mean, this is 60 horsepower more than the Toyota Supra, and it's going to come with a manual transmission. So if these are actual production numbers, I mean, it's really going to change the game. Like, I almost think we have like, a special car, kind of like how the Nissans back in the day were so special and like they were so ahead of their time for the years, like the GTRs, for instance. It's almost like we might be getting something like that, if these numbers are accurate, of course. In the game, the car weighs 3,251 pounds. This is actually a little lighter than the brand new Toyota Supra. So with a manual transmission, more horsepower, and a lighter vehicle in general, this is going to be a really interesting car. I think it's definitely going to make people question if, buying the Toyota Supra is going to be a good idea or not. Because, I mean, if the 400Z has twin turbos, the tunability is probably going to be insane. So it's going to be really interesting to see what a lot of the Supra owners do. Will they keep the Supra? Will they sell it for the 400Z? I think the Supra looks amazing. I don't think there's anything on the road that really compares to the Supra besides obviously some, $200,000-$300,000 sports cars out there. And the 400Z or the Z Proto, it definitely has its look. It definitely is not, the prettiest car on the road, but I honestly haven't seen it in person yet, and in person it might, look completely different. So I'm kind of just waiting for that. Hopefully I'll get to test drive one someday. That would be pretty cool for the channel. I think that would be awesome. But so going back to the weight, if this is all correct, being 80 pounds lighter than the 370Z and 150 pounds lighter than the Toyota Supra, I mean, this is going to be a fast car, you guys. So I'm really excited to see how it is and like what the 0 to 60 is and what the torque numbers are and just what the official numbers are in general. I don't know if these are official, but it's kind of fun to think about. So also really quick before I end the video, I did want to talk a little bit about, some of the competing cars in this segment. The 2021 BMW M2 has about 405 horsepower and weighs in at about 3,600 pounds. So quite a bit heavier and quite a bit less horsepower than the leaked numbers of the 400Z. So that's going to be interesting. The 2020 Ford Mustang GT has about 460 horsepower, and I'm assuming will weigh a little bit more than 3,250. Another one is the 2021 LT1 Camaro. It makes about 455 horsepower. So on paper, it makes a little bit more horsepower than the 400Z. And I'm pretty sure that the Camaro weighs more than 3,300 pounds. It is going to be pretty awesome to see these cars lined up next to each other, racing down the drag strip, just to kind of, to get a solid idea as to where the 400Z is going to stand. Like I said, these aren't official numbers. It's from a video game, but the video game seems to be, incorporating pretty solid horsepower and weight numbers. So I just thought I'd let you guys know what I found. Also, last thing, just to kind of put it all in perspective, the Mark 8 Volkswagen GTI, it would weigh about the same as this car. The only thing different would be that the new 400Z would have 200 horsepower more than the Volkswagen GTI. So there you go. I mean, that's pretty insane if you think about it. So I don't know if these are going to be official numbers. I really hope they are, because it would be game changing, and I think it would really put Nissan back on the map. They never really left the map, but I feel like it would, put them back up on the pedestal that they deserve to be on. So let me know what you guys think. Are these numbers insane? Are they pretty accurate? Drop it down below what you guys think. I would really love to hear your opinions. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my future videos and my, future Nissan 400Z updates. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.